Let's go over everything we know about the Black Ops 7 Zombies beta, the first of its kind. So early access for pre-orders, or if you have an early access beta code, will be live from October 2nd to October 5th on all platforms, and then it's live for everyone from October 5th to October 8th. I absolutely cannot believe that for the first time ever, Call of Duty have done a Zombies beta. This has been a meme for such a long time because we've been making clickbait videos saying, oh, will there be a Zombies beta? But of course, there was always a really slim chance. Well, as you know, with Black Ops 6 Zombies, there were rumors that Treyarch wanted to do a Liberty Falls beta, but that never ended up materializing, probably due to the poor reception at Call of Duty Next, where this time, they're actually going to be letting us play. Now, as you know, according to rumors, the pre-order sales are down massively for Black Ops 7, and I believe it because they've been scrambling, changing the Vault Edition skins and stuff like that. So they've never been listening to feedback in this way before, so they needed another incentive for us to pre-order the game, and what better way than allowing us to play early. And I think the fact they are doing a survival map provides ample opportunity for this, because this way we can jump in, we can get a flavor of what Black Ops 7 Zombies is all about, how the gameplay systems feel, and give them feedback on balancing, etc. But we don't end up learning and spoiling everything about the map itself. Now, as you know, a lot of the stuff from Black Ops 6 Zombies, such as augments, etc., are going to be transferring over. Now, we don't know if that's going to be accessible in the beta, though. I have to assume not, and probably everything's going to be very mitigated and locked, so it's probably going to be very difficult. So people are saying, well, is there going to be a round counter for the beta? However, I don't think so. I think you are going to be able to play indefinitely so they can gauge feedback for us fans on how the high rounds perform, and I think the stuff from Black Ops 6 will not be accessible in the beta, so it's going to be extremely difficult if we don't have augments, etc. However, I do wonder if that is in fact true, how we are going to respond to the beta, because I would imagine there's going to be loads of complaints saying it's way too hard and loads of suggestions about how to rebalance things when we're not even getting a true taste of what the final game is going to be like once we have all of our items. Now, of course, that's just a guess. I do not know if that's going to be true, but we will be playing it on Vandorn Farm, one of the points of interest on the full Ashes of the Damned launch map. A once idyllic homestead, now a horrific memory of one family's descent into madness and ritualistic terror. So on the preview we've gotten of it, we see these deceased hillbillies around a table, and then you've got one of the generators all weeded over, and the layout is a bit different from the original farm. So you've got generally the same things in it, but things are just slightly warped and slightly different. There is now an underground section as well, but we don't know how much is going to be accessible in the survival version itself. But I'm really looking forward to trying out this map, and of course the other survival maps will be releasing post-launch as well. Probably not all of the points of interest, but at least some of them. So I cannot wait to play it. I can't believe we're playing Black Ops 7 Zombies next week. Now at Call of Duty Next they're playing the full Ashes of the Damned, well, only some of the points of interest, 6 out of the 8, and they're limited to 30 game matches, so that's a bit disappointing. I hope too much doesn't get spoiled from that, but hopefully the game limit will prevent that. But I do wish they just got to play Farm, especially because we're going to be able to play it ourselves a couple days after then. I think it's kind of needless to show the full map. Leave some surprises for once, especially because the blog has revealed so much already about the game. And it does appear that you can get the wonder weapon, the Necrofluid Gauntlet, even on the Farm survival map from the mystery box. Presumably there's no quest for it and you can just get it at random, probably quite rare. Great news, I'm glad that it's going to be on the survival maps as well, and hopefully it is actually a formidable wonder weapon even on those high rounds. And this way, if you don't want to play the main map and have to do the quest, you can jump into this and experience what it's like this way. And the Zombies operators are going to be locked in the beta, so you're not going to be able to play as Richtofen, for example. I'm guessing this is because they don't want dialogue spoiling any of the storyline information, but it's going to be very weird at launch when we're able to play as them in multiplayer. It doesn't really fit the vibes, especially in the futuristic setting. I just hope that all of the dialogue doesn't leak from the files of the game, or the full Easter egg potentially leaks from Ashes of the Damned, because we know how they usually are with protecting their IP, and usually the betas leak out so much, so I'm hoping they have it all under the wraps, but don't really have much faith in that. So honestly, almost everything might end up leaking from the beta, which has me very concerned. We have more details on the Farm survival map. So this is a focused, bite-sized experience set on the Vandorn family farm that lies within the larger Round-Based Zombies map. This is just a taste of the main event waiting for you in Ashes of the Damned, providing an opportunity to jump jump in and simply slay some zombies with no distractions. In survival, you, and optionally your teammates, venture within the perimeter of a map. In this case, the farmstead, and hold out for as long as possible. There are fewer places to run, Old Tessie is out of commission, and tactical positioning is the key to deepening the undead forces at bay. So yeah, you can see where the Pack-a-Punch is on this ban, where Juggernog was in the original ban. Now there is the Wonder Fizz, and you can see the mystery box light there. So you do need to turn on power in this, so it's not going to be as straightforward, but apparently it's going to be pretty simple, as apparently all you're going to need to do is interact with a digger, and during the process you'll have to protect it from zombies while destroying yellow or green objectives, and the map will only have a total of 5 perks. So there's going to be a little power process on the survival maps. Power won't just be automatically on, there won't just be a switch you have to turn on, but it's going to be very simple to do. Kind of similar to on the main map, where to turn on power is essentially kind of like the Origins generators, where there's going to be a different power location, a generator at each of the points of interest. So any accessible caches or machines available in the standard mode appear in an identical location in survival mode. Any other interactive craftable tables, warbuys or machines not in the standard mode area of the map are moved into the survival maps, allowing you to be fully tooled up, provided you've got the necessary essence and salvage. For example, in standard mode, Vandorn Farm doesn't have a Pack-a-Punch or Der Wonder Fizz machine, so both are dropped into the survival mode variant. So yeah, everything you need to survive is going to be there. I wonder how difficult this mode is going to be. I really am glad that survival modes are back, you know, especially because Ashes of the Dam does seem like quite a complex map. There's a lot of setup needed. I'm not going to want to just jump in and do all of that every single game. Probably not even commonly. Most of the time, I'm just going to want to boot into the game and start shooting zombies and start progressing the round straight away. And this is going to be that option. And I think people felt the same with Transit. The survival maps and Newtown were a lot more played because you can just jump in and play. And I think it's going to be the same case with Black Ops 7 Zombies. So I'm glad they're bringing back survival maps. It does suck there's only one there at release though, but at least they'll be drip fed to us throughout the post-launch. But they really needed at least a few on launch in my opinion. But nevertheless, there's going to be a lot post-launch. I'm just hoping that all of the points of interest really do make it and we don't end up getting a limited amount. Let me know your thoughts on it all down in the comments below. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news information. So anyways, thank you for watching and bye.